Hey guys, welcome to another Photography Tip Tuesday, where I give you a photography tip every Tuesday to help you to improve your photography. So today I actually want to give you guys 3 tips to help you get those nice blurry backgrounds in your images. So my first tip is to distance your subject away from their background. A lot of newbie photographers, or any photographers, tend to put their subjects right up on the background. That's what I did. I would put, if I was shooting in front of a building or something, I'll put them right up close to the building. But that is very unnecessary if you want a nice shallow depth of field. So make sure that you distance your subject a little ways away from the background. And just keep in mind, the further away your subject is away from their background, the blurrier the background will appear. My second tip is to get up close and personal to your subject. Now, I don't mean be all up in their face like this or anything like that, but get closer to your subject. Play around with the distance you are from your subject, and you'll see the difference that it makes when it comes to having an out of focus background. So my third tip is to use a lens with a wide aperture. So your aperture just refers to the opening of your lens. And how big and small that opening is measured in what we call f-stops. So when you think about f-stops, it can start to get a little difficult to comprehend, but I always like to think of it in terms of opposites. So the smaller your f-stop number, the wider the opening of your lens is going to be. And the bigger your f-stop number, the smaller your aperture's opening is going to be. So you're gonna want an aperture of at least say 2.8. That way your aperture is going to be pretty wide open, which will allow for that nice shallow depth of field. So I'm gonna give you guys a few sample images so that you can have kind of a visual or whatever. So this image was shot at an aperture of f1.8. And as you can tell, the background's nice and creamy, every photographer's dream. And now this image was shot at f4. So you can see that the background is starting to come more into focus, but the focus is still on the subject. And now this image was shot at f7. Now everything is pretty much in focus, and my subject doesn't really stand out as much. And just remember, the smaller that number gets, which in photography we call it a large number. Oh, I'm confusing myself. But the smaller that number gets, the more wide open your aperture will be, and that will allow for an even more blurry background. So yeah guys, that's all that I have for today. Let me know down in the comments section if you've ever used any of these techniques in your own photography to get that nice blurry background. And as always, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe for my future tutorials, and I will see you guys next Tuesday.